What's the most ridiculous rule your school ever had? All electronic devices had to be locked in mindfulness lockers at the start of each day. But after what happened to my cousin Nathan, my entire school got rid of the rule overnight. It started when our principal announced this new electronics detox program. Every student had to put their phones, smartwatches, anything with a screen into these special lockers each morning. We could only get them back after the final bell. They claimed it would help us be present and boost focus. I hated it immediately. My mom was going through chemo at the time, and I needed to be reachable in case anything happened. When I tried explaining this to the administration, they just handed me a sheet of paper with the school's landline number to give to my mom. In case of emergencies, they said. Nathan had it even worse. He was type 1 diabetic and used his phone to monitor his blood sugar through a continuous glucose monitoring app. The school nurse said he could just come to her office to check instead. But her office was on the other side of our massive campus. The first few weeks were awful. Kids were getting detention for sneaking Apple Watches under their sleeves. Parents were complaining about not being able to coordinate after-school pickups. But the school wouldn't budge. Then came the day that changed everything. Nathan wasn't feeling great that morning, but the nurse checked his levels and said he was fine to attend class. By third period, he was sitting in AP chemistry when he started feeling shaky. He asked to go to the nurse, but our teacher, following the no disrupting class policy, told him to wait until after the lecture. 20 minutes later, Nathan collapsed. His blood sugar had dropped dangerously low, and no one knew because his monitoring app had been locked away. His phone had been trying to alert him for the past hour. The school called an ambulance. I still remember watching them wheel him out on a stretcher, oxygen mask on his face. My aunt was hysterical when she arrived, screaming about how she'd been trying to reach Nathan because his app had sent her emergency alerts too. Nathan spent 3 days in the ICU. The doctors said if he'd gotten help even 10 minutes later, he might not have made it. When he finally came back to school, he was different, quieter, scared. The school tried to compromise, saying students with special medical needs could keep their phones. But Nathan's dad, who happened to be a lawyer, wasn't having it. He came to the school with a stack of papers, documentation of every parent complaint, medical necessity, and safety concern since the policy started. He told them they had two choices: end the policy immediately, or he'd file a lawsuit that would make national news. How many kids need to get hurt before you realize forcing everyone to be unreachable isn't mindfulness, it's negligence? The lockers were gone the next day. They didn't even make an announcement. The security guards just stopped monitoring the entrance, and teachers stopped checking for devices. The principal resigned a week later.